Aloha kako, what is up everyone? Welcome to my channel if you're new here and this is your first time tuning in. Or welcome back if you've already taken time to subscribe. Either way, I mahalo you for joining me at the table of truth as I open up space for divine messages to pour on in whatever way is meant to be seen, spoken, and shared. This is just time I get to really align with divine, center and connect my spirit, my lower self to higher self. So, if you can't hear in the background at some point in this video, it is definitely raining, and it's been raining pretty consistently over the past couple days. So this whole past weekend has been just a downpour of rain. I mean, to the point where it's caused flooding and landslide. I mean, there was thunder and lightning. And I know a couple videos back, or in one of my recent videos, I had been talking about how the downpour, the downfall, the heaviness, the burdens of the rain are symbolic to the cleanse process, the healing process. I know that not just for myself, but for the collective, there's been a lot going on in the way of healing. And I've almost been seeing the word healing kind of come up like a marquee in my mind's eye, just bright and just like on a constant loop, or like continuously, just like a boomerang, almost like one of those Instagram boomerangs. And to me, that symbolizes divine telling us that we really need to look at whatever the situation, the circumstance, the issue is that we've been facing, or maybe even ignoring. We really have to look at this wound, this gaping hole within us. It cannot be skipped over. It cannot be pushed aside. It cannot be swept under the rug or just kind of shooed away. It has to be addressed and acknowledged for our ultimate healing. So that's where we are today. And I feel like that's where we're opening up the table of truth. That's what we're opening up with, is focusing our attention on the necessary healing that needs to be done, the process and the steps that cannot be ignored any longer. Because it's almost like, you know, like if you've had multiple relationships over the years, and at some point you always tend to fall out with your partner, and it always just seems like at the end of the day, despite being in different relationships, you always seem to be in a relationship with the same person, if that makes sense. It's like the same issues are going to cause problems in various relationships because you have not dealt with the root. You have not done the necessary weeding or gardening to your inner self. So despite what problems may have arose, despite what issues you may be going through, divine is telling us this is not so much a projection. Like we've been experiencing this deluge of emotions, and maybe wrongdoings. Maybe things have happened to us, or we've felt perpetrated against. We've felt like it's not our fault, but we've also felt like that has justified our projection of anger and resentment, and has dictated our response and our reaction to the situation at hand. But it's not the time to continue the same loop of reactions and responses, the same conclusion. It's not time for that. It is time to sit down and really pull at the roots that have burrowed their way into the innermost spaces within us and truly heal from that. So this is more a time for introspection and reflection and inner healing, and not a time to just project our anger and our frustration on our partner or on the situation at hand. That's what I'm hearing. So to get started, I'm feeling compelled to go back into the Wild Goddess Oracle that I used in my last video for the first time, just because it really resonated with me, and I just felt Spirit call me back to this deck. So we're going to start by uncovering our present state of mind. What is the present state of mind and being that we are currently in as we face our issues? I feel like the downpour that's been going on, the heavy rains, the thunder, the lightning, and all of that that's been going on externally has had an effect on us, but now is the time to really process it. It's almost like we've been stuck out in the rain without no boots, without no coat, without no umbrella. And instead of just saying, woe is me, and look at like me suffering through these elements, it's really time to put into action, put into movement a different way to respond to our circumstances. and not just always, you know, blame an external source. So let's figure out what our current state of being is in this moment. So shuffling this up. Let me get a good shuffle going here. You know, and all this rain reminds me of Friday morning when I was, you know, preparing to leave the house. I happened to notice outside my bedroom window this beautiful double rainbow. And it had been raining, you know, probably for a good hour before it was time to leave. So by the time I noticed the rainbow, I was like, oh wow, it stopped raining. And like, yeah, the clouds were gray, but like, look how beautiful this vibrant rainbow was right outside my window. So I took a few pictures and then I went on about my morning. And it wasn't until I happened to get on Instagram briefly. I haven't really been connecting very well or like really feeling compelled to post anything on Instagram for a while now, but I just decided, well, let me just get on here and post a story. So I was looking for a picture to post and I happened to decide to post the picture of the rainbow. Now on Instagram, if you're familiar, or if you're not, there is like a little tab of sorts, like a sticker tab, and you can add certain things or elements or layers onto a photo. And one of them is like a timestamp, essentially. It only gives the time that the photo was taken. So I went to kind of check, because something told me, Divine told me, check this out. So I clicked on the timestamp picture and it said 7:07. So that tells me that was when I actually happened to take the photo and I didn't even know. But I also was hearing in my head, like, there is symbolism in this. So I looked up the angel number and it just restored hope. Because it made me feel like despite the deluge of emotions, the disappointments, the delusions, the delays, dilemmas, whatever the case may be that you've been experiencing through your troubles and your traumas and your tribulations, all your trials, tribulations, and all that shit, like through all of that, that rain is necessary for the rainbow to be seen, for the traumas to evolve into triumph. So that's where we're at right now. All right. So let's get a current state of mind, current state of being. Mahalo. Mahalo. Current state of mind. Our current state of mind is like the butterfly. This is our transformation period. So yes, I'm definitely feeling like we're in a new month. This is the month of May. We have been transitioning out of April showers and transitioning into this newness. We've just experienced the new moon, the black moon, to be specific, a partial eclipse. Like, we are really going through planetary and universal shifts, paradigms. And so this is where we stand. And we have to allow ourselves to leave behind the past and what is no longer necessary so that we can truly be the type of person that we worked so hard to become. This is our transitional phase. I'm feeling compelled to do, again, the Dreamer spread. Now, I've done that in my last couple videos, so if this is your first time to my channel, I just got to put that out there. Spirit's just kind of compelling me. I really like the Dreamers spread that is part of the Dreams of Gaia Tarot guidebook. It just really gives a good idea of our present flow, our present state of being. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So the first card positioning is the Dreamer, and that is you. That is where you are in this moment. So we are in a state of transitioning and releasing the past so that we can continue to grow into the position or into the stages or into the phases that we are meant to be in. Wow. And our second card speaks on the unconscious mind. So card number 15 came out, the Teacher. Kumu vibes, teacher vibes. You would do well to read more and otherwise learn about those who have worked diligently to attain what you seek and succeeded. So the teacher vibes, I like how these cards are set up because it's not just like, ooh, I'm, you know, confident in being the teacher. This is more so saying that as a teacher, you're still a student, you're still learning, and it would do you well to educate yourself, to open up your space, your inner mental space for more knowledge, to acquire that knowledge by opening up the mind to those that are more learned than you. So it's kind of like, yes, this is the track that you're on, but always stay humble. So again, this is your unconscious mind. You have a knack and an innate niche as a teacher. Oh my goodness. Give me a second, guys. It is almost impossible to get through recording when you have multiple people coming in and interrupting. But anyway, so let's look into our past position. So in the dreamer spread, we have current state of mind, transitioning, unconscious mind, the teacher. And we have the past position. What is our past position? Fine. Mahalo. The seeker. So this is telling me that when I see past, I think of everything that is leading us up to the present moment. And you, perhaps, have always been a seeker of knowledge. This is card number 7. So I'm even seeing like life path number, perhaps. If you're a life path number 7, this may be for you. But your past positioning is speaking on the fact that the meaning of life is to seek ways to give your life more meaning, doing so with gratitude, patience, and compassion for both others and yourself. So you've always been seeking out purpose, position, peace. Okay, and then this came as your short-term future. This is the healer, card number 24. You and possibly someone you care about need to be healed from the effects of past traumas before things can be resolved to your liking. So this is a process. Like I said, the healing is what we need to focus on now so that we can move forward with our ultimate growth and evolution of self and soul, raising our lower vibrations and sitting at the throne of our higher vibrations. And this is the transition. This is the flow. Butterfly, the transition, the transformation into our unconscious mind, which has a natural knack for teaching others, teaching self. We're constantly seeking truth and peace and seeking our purpose in life. As the healer, we are looking into our past so that we can move forward into our future in a way that benefits us in the long run. So what is our long-term future? Mahalo. Long-term future is the lover. With love, all things are possible. For love replaces your confusing doubts and weakening fears with faith in yourself and others. I'm kind of seeing this as whatever situation that you've been going through, you may have been projecting a lot of your reactions, your aggressions, your frustrations, your disappointments, whatever it is, that deluge of emotions that have come with the downpour, your breakthrough, your tower moments, whatever had flooded in. I'm seeing that this is now shifting, that we are learning that in order to transition, in order to transmute these emotions, like a butterfly transitions from caterpillar, or transforms, I should say, from caterpillar into butterfly. In order to do that, in order to take our lower vibrational anger and transmute it into higher vibrational love, we have to remember that this is possible to retain. Because love replaces all of those confusing doubts, those fears, those frustrations, all of those emotions. Love conquers all, they say. And this is meant for us. Love heals. Love is like not just a band-aid on the wounds, but love is that life-saving, life-changing surgery. Okay. Next position is our conscious mind. What is our conscious mind focusing on? Okay, conscious mind. I'll take the thick of it. Conscious mind, the witch. This is showing your power, your mana, to create, to preserve, or even to destroy. This is saying that you are aware, or maybe is warning you, or maybe is reminding you to be aware of your reputation, your influence, and your power. Because powerful women are often misunderstood. Let me see from the book side if there's anything more. All right, so the witch card is saying, and again, this is your conscious mind state. The witch is acutely aware of the fear and confusion her name engenders. And though her reputation often produces problems, she sometimes uses it to her advantage. She is powerful because she understands nature. Her midwifery and herbal potions are so effective that her name has become irrevocably associated with women's knowledge of the mysteries of life and death and the occult, magical side of life. The appearance of the witch in your reading is an indication that researching the current state of your authority, reputation, and what you are perceived to have done to earn it is crucial to understanding your situation. To the jealous, or those who do not know or understand you, things can appear to be so puzzling that shortcuts, nefarious deeds, or even witchcraft seems like a possible explanation. Emulate the witch. Enjoy being powerful and comfortable with your skills and gifts, but protect yourself and keep some things secret. So Divine is telling you there's going to be people that are not going to understand your process. They're not going to understand your healing. They're not going to understand your ways, but you hold the power in your very name. People are going to look down and say, oh, that's witchcraft, or that's evil, that's spiritualism, or whatever the fuck is going on in your state of being. This is your transmutation. This is your rise and your transformation and transmutation into a version of your higher self, a version that is full of love. And they might want to look down on that and chalk it up to something more sinister or like occultist or whatever the hell. But that's on them. Your mana, your power lies in your creation, your ability to manifest the realities that you desire as a healer, as a teacher even. Right? We have a lot of transitioning to continue to do in our healing process. But that's why we're here at the table of truth. So disregard what people say, be aware of it, but don't let it change you for the worst. All right, so this was your conscious mind, and it is in reflection with your unconscious mind. So you are the teacher and the witch in your head space, your mental conditionings. So the next positioning is, if I can recall, the conscious mind, and then this is a regression positioning. This is your blockage. What blocks you from a path of perpetual healing? And the card that came out, so befitting, the drama queen. All right, so taking accountability, acknowledging the shit that lies within and beneath the surface. Drama queen, card number 14. Some people need a high level of attention to validate their sense of worth. Make sure that you are not that person staging needless plays. Don't be dramatic. So I'm seeing that this is coming up because in the situations that you've been going through, you've been feeling justified to be a drama queen, to be vindictive, to be vengeful, to get back at, or to, I'm hearing, hurt them the way they've hurt you. And that is a potential blockage that can stagnate our growth. So the next positioning is the guide card, and that is speaking on how to get through the blockage and the regression, the drama and the trauma. And the card that we got is card number 35, the survivor. Things might not work out as planned, at least in the short term. Remember all you have endured and how resilient you have proven to be. Remember all you have endured and how resilient you have proven to be. So this is what's going to help you facilitate a better response to your situation, a better response than just being a drama queen. And then the next positioning is overall. What is your flow? And we have, wow, for the 9th card, the 9th position, we have card number 9, the guardian. This is speaking on our entirety of expression. We are the guardian. Take time to become aware of and prepare for all contingencies by making your home base secure so you feel safe and protected. So this is definitely a flow of introspection and reflection. This is not a time to just regurgitate all the pain and all the hurt that you've experienced from the bullshit and the tower moments that you've been experiencing recently in these April showers, in the past couple weeks to months. It's not time to regurgitate that back onto your partner or into the circumstance. It's not time to project that to any external source. Now it's time to internalize, reflect, and shift, change, and heal our inner spaces. And then we have an extra card. So I'm going to take this as an overall conclusion to today's reading. Overall conclusion, we have 28, the protector. Surround yourself with people who lift you, accept you as you are, believe in your vision and purpose, and bring out the best in you. This is a time to truly allow divine guidance from those around you in the physical realm and the spiritual realm to help lift you up. Lift you up like the butterfly that you are. to help you spread your wings in full effect, to help complete the healing process without skipping over and pushing aside the wounds that are in desperate need of healing. So yeah, if you resonate with this message, then let it be. If you don't, then let it go. But for those of you who have resonated, I trust that Divine continues to guide you to more healing, more abundance, more protection, more courage, more strength, more resilience, more prosperity of mind, body, and soul. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd much appreciate it. Let's truly, truly take this message with open heart and open mind so that it can help lift us into spaces of spiritual evolution. Hopefully this video helped in some way, and I will see you in my next video. With love, light, and always aloha. Ahui ho.